Hello, this is not a spring chicken. The big news today, of course, is we were joking about President Obama invoking the Patriot Act because he got a fat lip playing basketball. But you know, part of it's found out it's 12 stitches. That's a lot. That's not just a... So part of me is going, well, that's really stupid of that other person. And then the other part of me is thinking, why would you be playing against somebody? Because part of it is, you know, everybody that plays is approved, right?
That's right.
You're going to get that close to the president. And basketball is a contact sport. So why would you let anybody, oh, maybe you couldn't tell they were that upset with you. I guess now they know. So you can expect some changes because we're going to bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines of today to tell you just a little bit more. So who was that person that hit Obama? Playing basketball, of course.
One of the leaders of the Hispanic caucus who tends to be very unhappy with this president for not living up with his, executive orders to give all of the Latinos citizenship. Well, that went bye-bye, folks, because if Obama does that, they will run him out of town on a rail. If
Obama does what? Gives them citizenship?
Gives them amnesty. Because
well, he's been talking about doing that.
The Democrats cannot win an election without the help of the independents. The independents are favoring 70% of the independents favor sending him back to Mexico. So.
Well, now obviously you're going to see some different changes.
They just found out, for instance, a guy that won one of the races for a state congressional seat is here illegally and won a seat in the state Congress.
Wait a minute, I thought you had to be a U.S. citizen to even run.
They didn't bother didn't mention the fact because he lives here. He just ran because...
Oh, and they just ran and they assumed that he was.
No, it's the total contempt. He knew he wasn't legal.
He knew he wasn't, but everybody else didn't. And they assumed he was because he'd been here.
Yeah, they also assumed Obama was going to give amnesty before the election. And it didn't happen.
And if he had gotten amnesty, then he would have been a citizen.
Yeah, so he just wasted a Democratic seat, which basically they said is going to... In that state, it's going to turn the balance towards the Republicans because he ran and he shouldn't have ran.
What state was it?
They didn't say. They just said that. They won't even give his name. But it's
oh my God!
Because they're pissed off at Obama. It was supposed to be a gimme. He's well liked by everybody, but he's here illegally.
It doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, they found out that he basically should never have got his admission into law school either, because it was for his state doesn't go for the illegal aliens being able to go to college free of charge. So
well, guess what happens? Yeah. You get away with it sometimes. If you want to avoid the screens or the pat downs at airports, become a Muslim.
Oh yeah, they said. Just put it this morning. A newspaper service ran by black Muslims said that they're really getting tired of the fact that if you're a Christian nun, you go through the screening and the pat down, but if you're a woman, if you're a Muslim wearing a burqa, they don't even bother with you. And they said there's something wrong with that going on in this country.
Yeah, what's the deal about them, like, practically harassing nuns?
Because they're Christians. We have a Muslim president that won't admit he's a Muslim, and basically, let's put it this way: if the new king of Saudi Arabia, when his father dies, told Obama, "I want you to nuke the city of Chicago because we don't have any Muslims running the government," he'd just fire nukes into the city.
Mm-hmm. And that news is coming to us from a newspaper run by
Muslims.
That happen to be black Muslims.
Yeah.
And only Obama can handle the crisis in Korea because he is America's greatest forging policy president, and he is cool.
I know. I mean,
where in the world does that go?
The guy is a total... They said it was handled in the most incompetent manner. Well, he gets up at 3:15 and doesn't pay any attention to it. The State Department's not involved with it. He sends an aircraft carrier over there and to intimidate him. So in return, the new North Korean government, which is Kim Jong-il, fired more shots into South Korea.
Wait a minute, did the son just take over? Is that what happened?
His son is the head of the military.
So when did that happen?
Well, no, he named his son the head of the military a month or so ago, and he's the one that's firing into South Korea.
So guess what he's doing? He's exercising his new role as...
He's 20-some years old and wants to see how far he can push our president. Our president will let South Korea get overran. He does not have the ability to order up the troops needed to protect the country now.
Well, I gotta tell you this, it's like new kid in control.
Yeah.
You gotta hand it to him.
Well, generally what happens is, if Hillary was in charge, Hillary would have to show how tough she was.
That's right.
But Obama basically didn't know what he was doing. He overplayed his hand in Afghanistan by doing everything wrong, and now everybody's unhappy with him.
World events threaten Obama's economic message.
Oh yeah, well he intended to spend the next 2 years traveling the world. He actually took somebody's advice. They said, get out of the country and don't say anything. And that he was going to travel the world spreading the economic recovery of the United States, and that you have to spend more money, heavy unionism, more socialism.
Oh, I see. He was trying to have an excuse so we could all pay for it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he'd have to foot the bill himself.
Yeah, but the problem was that Ireland has went under, Portugal and Spain are getting ready to go under, and the euro is tanking worse than the American. I mean, here Obama was Friday dancing on the tops of tables because him and Geithner had managed to destroy the American dollar, and then all these countries in Europe on the euro go under, and now the euro is tanking badly. The dollar is going up no matter what they're doing.
And the debt commission, Bowles and Simpson, point to the political solution.
Well, yeah, the only solution, but their solution is no solution. We need a VAT tax. Of course, the VAT tax works in Europe because there's no personal income tax and no state taxes. Here we have personal income tax and state taxes, and
sales tax.
And sales tax.
And property taxes.
So, and then the Democrats, I heard it again, well, the problem isn't that we have too many taxes, it's that we don't have enough taxes. Here they said the polls are all in favor of the VAT tax on everyone as long as the wealthy are made to pay their fair share because they unjustly profited, which means they have to have special taxes on the wealthy again.
Well, you know, they did have luxury taxes before on automobiles over a certain amount and yachts
and then they stopped to sell the yacht. They discovered that when you put the luxury taxes on the luxury vehicles, the guys with all the money bought the cheaper stuff. And a guy with a lot of money, instead of spending $1 million to buy a Rolls, spends $15,000 to buy a Toyota.
Yeah.
That doesn't help the economy.
Yeah. Well, and then the other part is, with this VAT tax, it disproportionately actually hurts the people that are living month to month, week to week, that have the lower income levels.
It's on every step of the way. The people that have lots of money don't go to Walmart, folks. They'll go to some exclusive store where you may create the object in the store, so you're paying a tax one time. So you're going to collect less taxes on people that have a lot of money than you do on the people that don't have as much money. Which
is not what they intended to happen.
No, but this is how the VAT tax works. It hits the people that can least afford it.
California shows the Green Revolution is alive and well.
Well, yeah, I mean, you should see how many people we saw in a day. And we went to Fry's again to pick up some stuff that were on sale.
No, we don't go shopping every day.
No, but we had an ad that was basically, we had some software, and we needed a new case for one of our hard drives that was broke. They're buying 77-inch televisions. That's like they're going out of style there. They're leaned up against the...
Oh, you know why they're buying them? They're 76. They're above 60 inches.
Yeah, it's above 60 inches.
Buy your TVs over 60 inches in the state of California.
And 3D enabled, but those sets are going. So that's the Green Revolution? Yeah. They said they're going to force all the cars in Los Angeles, all the taxis to go green, which will break every taxi company in the city. The city's going to go green, which means your rates for power is going to go out of stuff. And they're building solar power plants out in the desert that there's no water to.
I know. Well, the one thing, at least in LA, there's not very many taxis anyway.
Yeah.
So it would affect other people.
Yeah, but those lemons aren't designed to go green.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, can you imagine what it's going to cost to do a 40-foot stretch limousine green now? It's ungodly.
Europe struggles mightily to keep debt crisis from spreading.
Well, Europe is starting to fold. The euro is in, like I said, euro is in a state of free fall because there's nothing really backing it up except the states. I mean, the countries are borrowing money from people that have money, and the people that have money, their people are pissed off about the fact.
And experts demand better protection for sharks.
Yeah, sharks need protection. Well, okay, people unfortunately like shark fin soup.
I do.
Yeah, so they
Yeah, but there's not that many people eating shark fin soup.
I know. Basically, okay. They don't go hunting sharks everywhere in the world like the environmentalists seem to think
they don't. And middle-aged Americans unhappy about sex.
Well, it's not what they say. Okay, we'll put it this way. I will go an analogy of a person that's my age the other night was basically having a good time, and the young lady he was with accidentally knocked him off the bed. You know, he was unhappy about sex, but not the way they're saying that they don't do it as well as they used to. Well, tell a lot of people my age they can't. Yeah.
Fed Somali-born teen plotted car bombing in Oregon.
Yeah, I love it. We're going to blow up a Christmas celebration. Okay, but remember, he would not be, if he came in through a screening thing into this country, he would be allowed to come in because he's a Muslim.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, he could probably walk in with a satchel full of, I saw it last night. I was watching
satchel full of explosives?
I was watching last night one of the comedian things. The guy's got a satchel full of explosives with the, with the wires on them.
And they're sticking out of his bag.
With an AK-47 over his shoulder and a machete in his hand, and he says Muslim. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people think of this process, that you could do that. And then the guy, they're strip searching some nun. So.
Yep. And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
You never knew how many princes there were in this world until Facebook was created.